Three people in a tank, twitching like they're being electrocuted by nightmares. Above their heads, a massive screen shows the dream they're trapped in. A murder. Then a creepy machine carves the killer's name into a polished wooden ball, like a souvenir from hell. Cut to Tom Cruise at crime center. Analyzing the footage like it's just another Tuesday. He locks onto the suspect's location and rolls out with half the SWAT force. Meanwhile, a picture-perfect family of three. Dad leaves the house. Cue. Another man sneaks in. And just like that, the husband gets it. Follows quietly. Back home. Boom. Wife's mid-romance session with mystery man. Full betrayal. Husband, emotionally disintegrating in silence, crouched by the bed listening to laughter that's not his. The rage builds. He puts on his glasses like a killer librarian, raises a pair of scissors, but right before things go full Greek tragedy, SWAT breaks in. Perfect timing. Crime stopped before it even started. This is Minority Report, a sci-fi classic that dropped 20-plus years ago, but still slaps hard with its moral dilemmas. If someone's arrested before committing a crime, are they even guilty? In the year 2054, a new department was born. Pre-crime division. The brain? Two emotionless twin brothers and one girl named Agatha floating in goo like prophetic jellyfish. No food, no sleep, no breaks, just non-stop future vision. The images from their tortured brains get beamed onto a screen, and Tom Cruise, our overworked psychic babysitter, deciphers them to arrest criminals before crimes happen. Thanks to this cursed trio, crime dropped 90% in 6 years. The founder, Old Man Lamar, was ready to roll this thing out nationwide. Promotion? Locked. He'd be the new director of pre-crime. But here comes the buzzkill. Department of Justice sends in Colin. He's suspicious. He thinks the whole system is sketchy as hell. Why? Because technically, none of these criminals have actually done anything. Tom fires back. If you didn't catch the ball, it would have fallen. Catching it just stops the result, not the fact that gravity exists. Translation: just because I stopped a murder doesn't mean it wasn't going to happen. Colin shrugs and says, cool, now let me inside. Tom hates it, but Colin's got a warrant, so in they go. To be fair, Colin isn't just being annoying. The system looks perfect, but these oracles, they're just messed up humans in a bath. And humans, they glitch. Tom tries to argue, logic, stats about logic, but it goes nowhere. After the group leaves, Agatha, the girl floating in prophetic soup, suddenly clutches Tom. She starts repeating one sentence over and over and over. He looks up at the giant screen overhead. Another vision, a drowning murder this time. But Tom's confused. This case is ancient history. Why the hell is Agatha dreaming about it now? Something smells rotten, so he heads to the prison to dig up the original drowning case files. What he finds? A joke. Only the twins' trinkets are in the archives. Agatha's data? Gone. Vanished. Oops. And the killer? Had eye surgery, no trace, no ID. Even weirder, the victim who supposedly survived, Anne, also gone. Like she ghosted reality. This is turning into a conspiracy iceberg. Tom goes to Old Man Lamar, hoping for answers, gets nothing but more vague old man wisdom. Still clueless, Tom doesn't realize this case is about to wreck a lot of lives. Next day, new murder vision. Tom's back in business, analyzing the footage like clockwork. Office tower, could be a 9, could be a 6. Old guy with a cigarette and a smile. Shady sunglasses dude by the window. So far, so normal. Until he sees the killer. Wait, is that himself? Tom Cruise, future murderer. What? He waves his co-workers away, scrubs the footage again and again, every frame. Yep, still him. Only problem, he has no idea who the victim even is. How do you kill someone you've never met? The vision doesn't care, all signs point to Tom. So he plans to dip, lay low, think it through, but guess who pops up? Colin, slimy little smug smile Colin. He grins, big trouble, buddy. Apparently he broke into Tom's house last night and found his stash of banned substances, which legally, enough to lock Tom up for half a year. Just as Tom's brain tries to process that L, sirens blare, loud, ugly, red lights everywhere. Tom bolts. Then it clicks. This whole setup, Colin's doing. He runs straight to Lamar, tells him the obvious. Colin either wants Tom dead and replaced, or wants to take down the whole profit system. Lamar's still nodding in vague wise man mode when Tom's self-driving car suddenly locks up. Hijacked. Trapped. No more waiting. No more games. Tom kicks the damn door open. Tom launches through the windshield like it's parkour or death, leaping from car to car in a traffic stream 1,000 meters high. He's not running. He's defying gravity out of pure spite. But escaping? Yeah, good luck. Every public place is plastered with eyeball scanners. You show your face, you're caught in under a minute. Eventually, they corner him in an alley. Old friends now holding guns. Cute. Tom, out of options. He fights, reluctantly. They all pull punches, though. No one wants to be the guy who kills Tom Cruise. He shakes them off barely, just in time for Colin to crash the party. Tom dives into a car assembly factory, grabs cover and goes full training montage. He knocks out a few agents, disarms laser guns like he's done it drunk before. Then, bam, he gets caught. More agents pour in. It's over. Until Tom pulls a front flip from hell, grabs a cable, and swings like Batman. Colin follows. They go full hand-to-hand, a savage little dance on moving parts. Neither gets the upper hand. Then, boom, they fall into the production line. Colin scrambles out first, smirking. Waits by the exit like, yeah, that'll kill him. Except Tom doesn't die. Of course he doesn't. Dodging death like it's just another Monday, he bursts out, throws a smirk so smug it should be illegal, and speeds off in a stolen sports car like a goddamn rock star. Next stop, a retired scientist's house. This lady, one of the creators of the pre-crime system. Tom lays it all out. She doesn't sugarcoat it. Kid, not even that weasel Colin could fake those visions. Hell, I couldn't. Tom freezes. So I'm the killer after all? She shrugs. Not necessarily. Sudden tone shift. Here's the kicker. The system's got a dirty little secret. Of the three oracles, Agatha is the real deal. Sometimes she sees a different outcome. A future where the murder doesn't happen. But when that happens, they toss her vision. Why? Because majority rules, even in prophecy. So they bury the minority report. Only Lamar and the doc know this. And they both agreed, what harm could one deleted prophecy do? But Tom, he's not buying that. He knows there's no way in hell he's a murderer. Not today. Not ever. But to clear his name, he needs the report. The minority report. The one Agatha saw. The one they buried. The doctor? She throws him a bone. Sure, the report was deleted, but the raw footage still rotting inside Agatha's head. All he has to do is somehow extract it. Easy, right? Well, Tom doesn't flinch. He goes full beast mode. To dodge the all-seeing eyes of Big Brother, he hits up a sketchy back-alley clinic. For what? Eyeball replacement surgery. Hardcore. Doctor resists. Tom threatens him into cooperation. New eyeballs in. Problem? No unwrapping for 24 hours or he's going permanently blind. And just when he thinks he can nap it off, boom. The cops show up. They send in spider drones. Cute little machines built to ruin your day. These freaky crawlers go house to house, thermal scanning everything that breathes. Tom, he knows the drill. So he climbs into a tub of freezing water and turns himself into a human popsicle. It works. The spiders lose his signal and start to back off until he slips. One damn air bubble. The spider bots swarm the tub like piranhas with badges. They zap the water, tear off his bandages, scan his freshly sliced eyeballs. Agony? Unbearable. But he survives. Barely. Once healed, he heads back to pre-crime HQ with a secret weapon. A drug that warps his face temporarily. Injects it into his chin. Now he looks like some mid-level insurance adjuster. Then he pulls out his old eyeball like a museum artifact and strolls past security. Nobody notices. Right up to the tank where Agatha's soaking. But of course, Colin shows up. Because Colin always shows up. Forget the download. No time. Tom snatches Agatha like she's a suitcase and jumps into the sewer. Romantic. The moment they're gone, the whole system crashes. No Agatha equals no prophecy. No prophecy equals no arrests. No arrests equals mass chaos. Meanwhile, Tom's out in the wild again, this time with a hacker. They jack into Agatha's mind like it's a corrupted USB stick. And then Tom sees it. The vision, the crime, the murder. And it's exactly the same as the twins predicted. There is no alternate ending, no twist, no minority report. Tom Cruise is the killer. Absolutely fucking stunned. Tom's losing it. Everything's upside down. If he's really the killer, then what the hell is going on? Just then, Agatha flips out. On the screen, the drowning case again. Tom stares, realizes this isn't just trauma replay. She's trying to show him something. Someone. The killer, the one who murdered the girl in red. The truth is about to show its face, but Agatha slams the feed shut. Why? She senses trouble. Bad guys are en route. No more Netflix and murder. It's time to bounce. Luckily, traveling with a psychic cheat code makes things very efficient. Grab that umbrella, she says. Why? You'll see. Then she spots a balloon guy. Stop. Tom's like, what the hell now? She's plotting. He's sweating. Cops are upstairs, she warns. A mom and daughter pass by. The girl gives a homeless guy cash. Make sure you throw it, Agatha says. Cryptic as always. They hit the mall exit. Boom. It starts raining right on cue. Tom pops the umbrella, blends into the human herd like a wet ghost. They move through the street, and there it is. A billboard. The man in sunglasses. Not a person. An ad. The crime scene? Across the street. That building. Right there. 10 minutes left until the murder. Tom's had enough of cryptic breadcrumbs. He wants truth, and he wants it now. He storms into the building. Gun drawn. Points it at the front desk. Give me the room number, she complies. Victim located. Old guy in the hallway, smoking, grinning, just like the vision. No detail off, no mistake. Room 1006. Empty. Tom's brain stutters. Wrong room. He kicks open the opposite door. Bingo. But not the body. Just a bed and a pile of photographs. He picks one up. Freezes. It's his son. His missing son. The son he lost. And in that second, everything makes sense. Every urge, every instinct, every blind rage in that vision. He wasn't a murderer. He was a father about to avenge his child. And now, the reason he had to kill is clearer than ever. 6 years ago, his son disappeared for no reason. The crushing blow almost broke him completely. He started drinking and doing drugs all day. His wife left him because of it. These past years, Tom Cruise only thought about two things. What would his son look like when he grew up? And would he still recognize him? What would he do if he saw the kidnapper? Now that man had been found. Tom couldn't hold back his rage any longer. Yeah, he was going to kill him. At this moment, the kidnapper came back. Tom rushed up, grabbed him by the collar. Under Tom's hysterical interrogation, the man admitted to kidnapping the kid. Said he stuffed him in a barrel and dumped him into the sea. Just a few words and Tom collapsed to the ground. He had fantasized countless times about his son coming home alive, but the truth was brutally cruel. In that moment, the fire of revenge was fully lit. Without hesitation, he pulled out his gun. At this point, there were only a few seconds left before the predicted moment. Let's confirm. In the end, Tom didn't pull the trigger. He forced himself to endure the pain inside, ready to bring the guy to justice through the law. But then the other guy refused. "If you don't kill me, my family won't get the money." Tom froze. What the hell was this now? The guy spilled it. "Someone got me out of prison, told me to play the psycho who kidnapped your son. As long as I followed the plan to piss you off and you shot me dead, my family would get a huge payout." Tom frantically asked who the hell was behind this, but the guy didn't know. He snatched the gun and ended himself on the spot. At that moment, the predicted future came true. Afterward, Colin arrived at the scene. Looking at all the kids' photos covering the bed, he immediately understood Tom's motive for murder. But soon he sensed something off. Seriously, what kind of criminal would put evidence in plain sight? This whole murder was clearly staged. Then he reported it to old Ma and boldly guessed. It all started with Tom investigating that old drowning case. Say less. 2 clips. Same murder, same scene. But one tiny little detail? The river flows backward. Which means one of these visions wasn't foresight. It was forgery. Someone faked a premonition. Someone rigged the system. And considering the real footage got wiped, only one man had the clearance to play God. Meanwhile, Tom, freshly betrayed and still dragging that prophet girl around, makes the genius move of hiding out at his ex-wife's place. Yeah, solid plan. But surprise, surprise, she rats him out to Burgess. Daddy Warcrime shows up with his goons. Next thing Tom knows, he's bald, bagged, and locked up in a chrome coffin. Agatha gets dragged back to her psychic fish tank. End of story, right? Because fate, or karma, or narrative payoff wasn't done yet. Fast forward to Burgess getting dressed for his big man press conference. Tom's ex is helping him fix his tie when she casually drops a name, Annie. Burgess freezes, because Annie was the woman Tom said got murdered, which is interesting since nobody ever told her Annie was dead, let alone how. That one word hits like a bullet to the spine. Burgess's eyes go dead cold. He wants her gone now. But the cameras are waiting, so he buttons up and walks out smiling. Too late. She knows. She runs to the prison, breaks Tom out like it's GTA, pre-crime edition. And just as Burgess starts basking in the flash of cameras, Tom shows up, with receipts, with backup, with the murder on tape. In front of every reporter he plays it. The moment Burgess killed Annie, turns out she wasn't just some random addict. She was Agatha's mother, cleaned up, got out of rehab, wanted her kid back. But to Burgess, Agatha wasn't a daughter, she was a tool. The key to his perfect little empire. If she leaves, pre-crime collapses. He loses his legacy. So he did what any power-obsessed megalomaniac would do. He covered it up. With blood. Step 1, hire a homeless guy to fake a murder. Step 2, let the system detect it. Step 3, pose as the killer. Drown Annie himself. 2 visions, one real, one carefully forged, all to make it look like fate instead of premeditated murder. Just like you wanted. He thought everything was airtight, but it just had to be Tom Cruise who found the crack. Old Ma had no choice but to try and erase him, but now that he'd lost completely, he had to get his hands dirty himself. Agatha had already seen this last-minute murder coming. She found Tom on the rooftop, but he was calm as hell. Now it was old Ma's turn to pick a poison. Don't kill Tom and the precogs are wrong, the whole system collapses. Kill him and his own career is toast. But hey, the system looks flawless on paper. You still have a choice, Lamar. Like I did. Yes, I have a choice. But I made it. Forgive me, John. Leave me. With old Ma's guilt-soaked suicide, the pre-crime division went up in flames. All prisoners were released, no questions asked. The 3 precogs were dumped in some undisclosed location where they could finally rot in peace. Tom patched things up with his ex-wife, and just like that, baby number 2 was on the way. Minority Report dropped back in 2002, based on the short story by sci-fi maniac Philip K. Dick, directed by Spielberg himself. It didn't blow up the box office, but it's hands down one of the most underrated films out there. Now with AI creeping into every part of life, who's to say this story won't come true? By then, it won't just be a legal issue, but an ethical nightmare too. If someone hasn't committed a crime yet, but was going to, are they still guilty? We'll wait for your answer. Anyway, that's it for today. I'm Peter. See you next time.